lights are dimmed, the projector is running. The classroom has become a setting for use of a very effective teaching tool, the classroom film. Yet what these young people learn and how well they learn it rests largely with how the film is used. It does work.
The IML was created in 1998 with the belief that to be fully prepared for contemporary life, students must be able to write with images as well as with words. This notion suggests that what counts for academic argument must be radically revised, and inevitably any such shift in meaning-making encounters resistance. While the digital shift is commonly compared to the advent of the printing press, here I want to look back to the early reception of writing itself. Plato's notorious complaints about writing in writing deserve consideration, particularly given the fact that academic argument, with its thesis-driven prose, retains such strong roots to Plato's famous student, Aristotle. In the Phaedrus, one of Plato's prominent dialogues, Socrates, after warning that writing can destroy memory, says, "I cannot help feeling, Phaedrus, that writing is, unfortunately, like painting. For the creations of the painter have the attitude of life, and yet if you ask them a question, they preserve a solemn silence." I cite this passage for several reasons. First, it reminds us that writing is itself a technology. But I also want to argue that Plato's tirade against writing is more a concern with the absence of elaboration, or, in other words, the lack of adequate context. Writing is frozen and not interactive. Further, I find it so interesting that Plato compares written texts to painting. He elsewhere suggests that sculpture is a thing, while painting is only the representation of a thing, and yet it does so incompletely. These days, the affordances of the digital can allow us to represent our ideas more fully by deploying the registers of word, sound, image, and linking. Indeed, to write with only words can seem like incomplete scholarship. And yet the tools for creating work that has a nuanced and complex relationship among text and other media elements are very hard to find. As academics, we need to intervene in the technological evolution of the tools that we need to express our work. And this is why my commitment to Sophie is so strong. Sophie is an open source multimedia authoring tool that allows the creation of media-rich projects by non-programmers. Sophie was conceived by Bob Stein and grew out of a project at the Institute for the Future of the Book. Sophie is currently based at USC and has recently been rewritten in Java. Human language, whether written or spoken, remains one of our best modes for communicating in a sustained way, and Sophie does not sacrifice print literacy in the service of other media elements.